What is up, everybody? JP16 here, and welcome to my last prediction video that I'm going to be doing for the 2015-2016 season. Today I'm going to be doing Man City. There's a few reasons why this is going to be my last one. One being that I don't want to do too many squads. I was thinking of doing squads outside England, but I'm just going to focus on England for now. Maybe in the future, before the season starts, I might do outside England teams, but for now I'm going to stick to them. And another reason why I've done the four being United, Chelsea, Liverpool and now City is because I strongly believe with the squads that I've predicted, and if the teams play well, they could easily end up in top four next season. So I'm going to crack straight into this City squad. First up in goal, Willy Caballero. Been there for a while now, solid enough in goal, not too good, not too bad. Don't see any point in getting rid of him. They're not exactly looking at another keeper, so I think he'll definitely be there next season. Next, Mangala, arrived from Porto. I believe it was Porto. I might be wrong. Played well at Porto, but then when he came to City, he was a bit shaky. Hasn't been the best. Hasn't really lived up to his potential. He's in his 20s, 25 only, so he's a lot more to give. And I think that he won't be in starting 11 with the defenders that they have, but I think he'll definitely be in the subs next season. He may even start for FA Cup and all that. Zabaleta on the bench because there's talks of him. Maybe there's a 50-50 chance that he'll stay or he'll go, and he'll probably have a decision in the next week or two. But I think that if he is there, he won't start at right back because he's starting to slow up a bit now, and I think he'll be on the bench. But he's a great defender for City ever since he's been there, and yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Fernando, I don't think he'll start. I think he might not even be there next season. He's been solid enough since he joined. He's a well-rounded player, but I don't think that he will. I don't think that he won't start with the players that they have now, and the players that are probably going to be brought in as well. But we're gonna have to see. Delph, Snake in the grass, left Villa, and then in his first game or second game got injured. Hasn't done much at all for City. May come good next season. Age isn't exactly in his favour in terms of potential. I mean, he only has a couple more years to show what he's worth. But I don't think he should be at City. He doesn't deserve to be at City. I think he should be at a smaller club even, like Everton maybe or someone like that. But I don't think he'd be there. I don't think he'd start. If he is there, he might even be in reserves. He might even be on the bench. But we'll have to see. Next, Sane, the first player that I have transferred, but it's going to be on the bench because Sane is a brilliant talent. I've seen him a bit in the Bundesliga. I've looked him up recently, and he looks like a good player. I don't think that if he did come, he'd start because of the players they have in both wings. He may even go out and loan. They may loan him back to Schalke for a season before they take him. But he's a good young prodigy, and definitely keep your eyes on him. Next, Wilfred Bony has done well since he arrived in Swansea after getting himself a good few goals as the backup striker from when Aguero wasn't available. Good striker, powerful, great shot. Not the fastest, but his strength and his finishing just makes up for it. But yeah, I think he'll definitely be there next season, but I think he'll be on the bench. He won't start with the striker that they have now and the striker that they possibly have coming in. I put John Stones in the reserves because there's been a lot of talk of him going to City and United and clubs like that. So I put him on the reserves because initially I was going to put him in the starting 11 next to one of their star defenders, but then I would have left another star defender out, and that would have been very controversial considering he's been there for a while now. I think you already know who it is. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see. He may be signed, he may stay at Everton for another season. We're going to have to wait. So starting 11, I'm going to give a familiar face in Joe. No, he's not my club, but Joe Hart. Hasn't done well at all, or didn't do well at all, I should say, at the Euros. Had a great season with City last season, and literally he was probably the main reason, apart from maybe like Rooney and Wilshere and them, that England went home from the Euros so early. Well, I wouldn't say so early, but they went home early. But he's a good goalkeeper in the Premier League. He's done well the last couple of seasons. He's been there 8 years now, and he's been doing well each season. So I think he'll definitely start next season for City under Guardiola. Excuse me. Now my two defenders is going to be the one I was going to include anyway was Otamendi, and the one I was going to swap for John Stones was going to be Vincent Kompany. Because Kompany age isn't on his side. He's kind of slowing up a bit. but he's always solid. He's solid every year for City. But I think he'd probably definitely start even if John Stones does come in, and maybe Mangala mightn't be there. Otamendi has done brilliantly since he arrived from City. Probably one of their best signings. United missed out on him, which was a big miss. But now they have Bally coming in, which is good. But yeah, I think this will definitely be the trio that are going to basically be guarding the goal next season. And solid defence. And now on to both left and right back. Left back, a familiar face in Gael Clichy, and the same right back in Bakary Sagna. Sagna is doing his part out in the Euros with France. I don't know if Clichy is out there. I can't exactly remember, but he's a good defender anyway for City. I believe he was at Arsenal. I might be wrong. Why did I keep thinking he was at Arsenal? I know Sagna was at Arsenal, but yeah, this has been that was a solid defence. This was basically the defence last season, if not for like Zabaleta and maybe Mangala a couple of times and Caballero on goal. But this is probably their best lineup at the back, apart from maybe Zabaleta for Sagna. But I think this will be the same lineup next season if Stones isn't there. And now onto the midfield line. My two centre mids are going to be, one is going to be this man Kevin De Bruyne, I'm going to put here. And here I'm going to put their recent signing from Borussia Dortmund. That would be a Gundogan. Is it Ilkay? There it is, yeah. Ilkay Gundogan. And also recently Mkhitaryan was signed from United. It was up in Dortmund's page. So that's good to see for United. Gundogan has always played well over in Dortmund, and it was only a matter of time before he left the club. And I think he'll definitely be a great signing for City. De Bruyne, probably City's best signing in the last year or two. He played unbelievable last season for City. I don't think he would have played the same if he went for Chelsea. If he went to Chelsea or United, an off-form club. So it was good that he went to City, a team that are on form, a team that are good, and now he's under Guardiola, so he might even get better. But that'll definitely be a brutal middle combination. Brutal as in towards other teams if the two of them are on form next season. Right mid, I'm going to go for because that is the wrong team, and Mkhitaryan is going to United. I am going to get a familiar face, and a face that's always done well for City, and he's not right mid either, he's right wing, and that is David Villa. David Silva. Great player for City, great passer of the ball, scored a few goals, not much. What is he now, 28, 29, 30? He's 30. He's been great since he joined from Valencia. He's been there with a good few years now. He is a good player, no matter where he plays. So I think that he'll definitely be there next season. I think he'll definitely be in the starting lineup. Left mid, I am going to go for Sterling. Will I go for Sterling? No, I'm not actually. Do you know what? I'm going to go for their newest signing. I'm going to go for Nolito. They only signed him recently. I think they signed him today, it was, yeah. He was asking some awkward questions, like, they walked into the stadium and he turned around and said, is the stadium always this empty? Like, that's kind of a very stupid question to ask, but anyway. Actually, that's one I never thought of now. I might take Sane out, because if they sign him, they might put him out on loan. And I'm going to put Raheem Sterling in. So, just to have him in the squad. Because I think that, again, he was absolutely shocking out in the Euros. But he was good enough last season for City. I didn't put Yaya Toure in the squad because there's big talks of him going to Inter Milan, so we're going to have to see. But yeah, Nolito, recently signed from City. Very weird to sign him now. He's 30 years of age. I mean, obviously, age isn't the number. Our age is just a number. But he's only recently. He's after peaking very, very late. Kind of like Adjuri sort of thing, except a small bit younger. But he's a good player. I can't say I've seen much of him. I've seen highlights of his goals. He's a good finisher. He's a good midfielder, and I think he'll definitely be a good addition to the Premier League and to City. So that's going to be my midfield line. And there's two strikers. If this happens, it would be unstoppable in the Premier League, and that is going to be Sergio Aguero. And this was one that probably won't happen. Like, there's obviously one or two in my predictions so far that probably won't happen, and this is another one of them. But there was talks of him joining. That'd be Aubameyang. Aubameyang's been heavily linked with City recently. I think if he was to go to the Premier League, it'd probably be City, considering that Guardiola's under the squad. He was Bayern Munich manager, and that he was at Dortmund. So there's probably a kind of a similarity there that he would join City. There definitely be no argument. There wouldn't be who starts over who. He would play two strikers, and he would have Aubameyang and Aguero on the one at the same time. But yeah, if this is a starting 11 for City next season, it'd probably be unstoppable, and these would be title contenders, especially with these two here getting 25 plus goals. Gundogan and De Bruyne and David Villa. Why do I keep saying David Villa? The only reason David Villa is going through my head now is because I can't stop thinking about that card that came out. Holy shit. And Nolito is good as well. The defence is solid as usual, and Joe Hart, if hopefully he improves from his yours, because he is a good goalkeeper. So, and the bench is fairly stacked as well. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you think of these squads down in the comment section below. Tell me if you want more of them. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.